I think yes, it does help in that you're giving it a label, and I think it's all about acknowledging that there's something in there whispering negativities to you, being discouraging and putting you off your direction of travel. And it's actually hindering your advancement, it's hindering your experience of new things. So yes, I think it has been helpful to give it that label. I know I'm dealing with something. And as I said in my talk, I find it helps then you talk back positively to it. So you change that narrative of negativity into positivity, and almost you're taking control of that gremlin. You're telling it to calm down and shut up in a nice, polite way. And you're being kind to it, because I see that poor little creature could be fearful as well. And I think if you approach fear with kindness and confidence, I think it helps you calm down. Oh, that's a good question. I think life is all about balancing all your various responsibilities. I think, from the early motherhood, let's say, I started my undergrad studies when my daughter was around 6 months old. So she was very, very young, and obviously at that age they sleep a lot. So I used to work well into the night because I felt I could have an undisturbed period of concentration. I also took advantage of some study leave that I was given, and that was very, very helpful as well. There was also a nursing colleague of mine that was doing the same course, which was wonderful in that we shared notes. If we couldn't attend class, we would help each other. So having that sort of peer support was really helpful in juggling as well. I think another thing is that I was very lucky in that I lived in an extended family unit, so there are other people at hand to help with childcare, to help with the cooking, the pickups, the drop-offs. So having a really good support network around you, I think is essential, especially when you've got a young family. So I'm very, very grateful, to my in-laws for that support that they provided. And I think it's all about schedules, unfortunately, and making sure that you've got a good way of communicating with the rest of the family who's doing what. And I think in terms of, when we had exams and stuff and I was working, I would book some time off so that I could dedicate that time to revision. So good support networks and sort of diligent planning and scheduling, I would say, is what helped me to combine my various roles. When I left the health service and embarked on a different career of establishing a charity, which one of the projects is caring for orphan children in Kashmir, we first sort of did our background in deciding where there was need. Some may recall that in 2005 there was a devastating earthquake in Kashmir. A lot of the infrastructure was absolutely decimated. So schools and homes were destroyed, and unfortunately a lot of people died, leaving children orphaned. So from a location perspective, it was that disaster that guided us to build an orphanage and a school in the mountains of Kashmir. What we then did was create a working relationship with existing charities in the area operating from the UK. And we were introduced to who is now our project director and CEO out in Kashmir. He has been out working with us from the outset. And I think for me, developing that solid relationship with somebody that was very familiar with the environment there, very familiar with sort of disaster relief, has helped me a lot in that I learnt from them and they learnt from us. I think as far as sort of belonging with that community. We visit once a year, we meet with the parents, we meet with key community members, and we encourage them to participate in our project. Parents are always welcome to come into school, and it's always a delight for me to be able to participate and address the parents when we have our annual function there, recognising academic success and achievements in the school for that past year. I think my sort of concluding remark and final comments for you would be: believe in yourself and create a path for the future you, and try and stick onto that path. You don't get to the end destination quickly. You get there by planning and by achieving small goals. Do that by being kind to yourself and by being positive, and surround yourself with positivity, because I know that you can get there. Thank you.